mathematics lesson. I am Skhulile Ncube, and this lesson is proudly brought to you by the Gauteng Department of Education. Today, grade 10, we're going to look at the number patterns, but we're going to focus on linear number patterns or linear sequences, okay? Right, that's what we do in grade 10. We just do linear sequences. Let's be ready for our lesson, grade 10. Make sure that you have your book with you, your calculator, your pencil, your pen, and your ruler. Let's be ready for our lesson. Right, let's look at the objectives of the lesson. Right, at the end of the lesson, you should be able to determine the general term. What is the general term? Tn. Okay, the nth term of a linear sequence. We're going to learn how to find the general term for a linear sequence. What else? We're going to find the term in a given sequence when given a term number. When given a term number, how do we find the term in the given sequence? Right, and then we're going to determine the term number when given the term in the sequence. So these are the three main calculations we're going to do. And then we're going to integrate algebra. We're going to use our knowledge about algebra to solve some of the questions. Okay? All right. Now, let's start. This is our baseline activity. I'm going to give you 4 minutes to answer these 3 questions. There's 1A, 1B, and question 2. Let's answer these questions in 4 minutes. Right, let's mark our work. Grade 10s. Let's see the first one. Which term is T2 in the pattern? T2, what is the meaning of that? It means term number 2. So term number 2 is 5. We have term number 1, term number 2, term number 3, term number 4, term number 5. So T2 means term number 2, which is 5. And then list the 3 terms of the pattern, the next 3 terms of the pattern. What is happening here? We say 2 plus 3, we get 5. 5 plus 3, we get 8. 8 plus 3, we get 11. 11 plus 3, we get 14. So we keep adding 3. So it means the next 3 terms are going to be 17, 20, 23. Okay, right, please mark that. And then question 2, if Tn is equal to 2n minus 1, determine the first 3 terms of the pattern. So what do we do there? We're finding the first term, the second term, and the third term. So where there's n, you put 1 for term 1. Where there's n, you put 2 for term 2. Where there's n, you put 3 for term 3. Okay, like this. This is T1. Do you see that where there's n, we put 1 there? So it means our term number 1 is 1. Then term number 2, where there's n, we put 2. See that? 2 times 2, which is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. And then we have T3, where there's n, we put 3. And then we get that our third term is 5. So our first 3 terms are 1, 3, 5. Okay, these are the first 3 terms. Right, a linear sequence. I want us to understand what a linear sequence is now. A linear sequence, in a linear sequence, the first differences, I'll say the first differences, because later on, in other grades, you're going to talk about other differences, which are not the first differences. There's the first difference, and then second differences like that, okay? So that's why I'm using the first differences, not just differences. The first differences between the terms are constant. What do we mean by constant? When something is constant, what does it mean? Constant means not changing. It's a term that we use a lot in mathematics, even in other subjects like physical sciences. Constant. What does it mean? It means not changing. So now, let's consider this sequence. 3, 7, 11, 15. Now, if we check the differences here, please take note. I want you to write this. I'll give you time to write your notes. It is term 2 minus term 1, which is equal to term 3 minus term 2. Not a bigger term minus a smaller term. Because you can have term 2, which is smaller than term 1. You can have a sequence like this. Let's say we have 10, and then 7, and then 4, like that. You have to say 7 minus 10. The difference there is negative 3. 4 minus 7 is negative 3. So it is term 2 minus term 1. Term 3 minus term 2. Term 4 minus term 3. It goes on like that till we get to Tn minus Tn minus 1. Meaning that if your Tn is T100, it's going to be T100 minus T99. Something like that. Okay, so if we find these differences between these terms, T2 minus T1, we get 4. T3 minus T2, we get 4. T4 minus T3, we get 4. We see that the differences are what? A constant. Same, 4, 4, 4, 4. It goes on like that. So for a linear sequence, the first differences are constant. Don't forget that. Let me give you 1 minute to write your short notes. Welcome back, grade 10. Let's continue with our lesson. Right. Now, the general term of a linear sequence, please write this one down, is Tn is equal to An plus B. That's the general term we use in grade 10. But you may find some books, they put D there for A, because A represents what? The difference, the constant difference. Okay, so this is the general term for a linear number pattern, for a linear sequence. Please write it down. And then where A is the constant difference, please write it down as we move together. Right, I won't give you time to write this at the end. We'll move on after this slide. Where A is the constant difference. So when you're given a sequence, you will have to find your constant difference first. Okay, and then N is the term number. N is the term number. And then B is the constant. A constant is a number without a variable, like -2, -3, 3, 4. Those are constants. These are numbers without what? Variables. And then I left out Tn. Tn, that's your term. That's the term in the sequence. That's your term in the sequence. Okay? Right. So now, I want us to do this. Let's do it like this. We have these three. We'll do A, then we go to B, then we go to C. Okay? We won't do them once. Show that the following number patterns are linear. Let's start with the first one. Okay, let's do A first, and then after 1 minute, we mark our A, we go to B, 1 minute, and then we go to C like that. Let's start with A. Show that this number pattern is a linear sequence. Let's have this in, let's do this in what? In 1 minute. Let's try. Right, welcome back. So we said that if the common difference, or if the first differences are constant, then the sequence is a linear sequence. It's a linear one. So now we can say term 2 minus term 1, -11/8 minus -7/4. Right, we can make the denominators to be the same. We can say this is negative and negative is plus. So -11/8 plus 14/8, right? -11 plus 14, that is 3. So the answer here is 3/8. That's the difference. Okay, and then we can do the other one, -1 minus -11/8, right? And then -1 we can change it to -8/8, -8/8, then plus 11/8. Right, -8 plus 11 is what? Is 3. Again, this is 3/8. Do you see that? So the first differences are constant. We have 3/8 as the difference there, and then we have 3/8 there also. Okay, right, let's try B. B, 1 minute. Right, welcome back. Let's do this one again. Term 2 minus term 1. So it's 2x plus 7 minus x plus 9. Okay, put your x plus 9 in the bracket, then you distribute negative 1 here, so it becomes 2x plus 7 minus x minus 9. Okay, but you can even do that without all this. Just say 2x minus x. 2x minus x is what? Is x, isn't it? 1x. And then 7 minus 9, that is negative 2. So the answer is x minus 2. Okay, like here we're going to say this will give us x, 7 minus 9, negative 2. So the answer is x minus 2. Even here you can do the same thing. 3x minus 2x, that is x. And then 5 minus 7, that is negative 2. You can see that these first differences are what? Are constant. So this is a linear sequence. Okay, and then C, I'm going to show you because we're repeating the same thing. So C, we do the same thing. So we're going to say 5x squared minus 3x squared, that is 2x squared. And then negative 2x, be careful here, negative 2x minus negative 4x. It becomes negative 2x plus 4x, which is positive 2x. So we have 2x squared plus 2x. And then we come to term 3. We say 7x squared minus 5x squared, that is 2x squared. And then we have 0x, isn't it? So it's like 0 minus negative 2x. Minus negative 2x becomes positive 2x. So the answer will be x squared plus 2x, showing us that this is a linear sequence because the first differences are constant. Okay, right. And then from now, I'm going to be giving you an example. It will be example, then activity. Example, then activity, like that. So after this example, I'm going to give you an activity which is similar to this. Okay, right, let's discuss this first. Given a linear number pattern, 5, 12, 19, 26. Determine the general term, Tn. How do we do that? And then after that, we're going to use our answer from A to find the 50th term. And after that, we're going to use our answer from A to find which term is equal to 691. Let's start with A. So A, we find the common difference here. 12 minus 5. What is 12 minus 5? It should be 7. 19 minus 12, that is 7. 26 minus 19, that is 7. So the constant difference is 7. What did we say? We said we have Tn is equal to An plus B, where A is the constant difference or the common difference. We use those interchangeably. Right, so it means where there's A, we're going to put 7. Right, and then now I chose to use the first term, but it's not a must. If you use 12, then where there's n, you must put 2. If you use 19, where there's n, you must put 3. If you use 26, where there's n, you must put 4. But let's just use the first term so that you avoid these big numbers. Okay, so 5 is the first term, that's the term in the sequence. Remember I said Tn is the term in the sequence. So where there's Tn, we put 5, and then our A, which is the constant difference, is 7, and then 5 is term number 1. So where there's n, we put 1. And then we solve for B. Okay, so it's going to be 7 coming this side, and it becomes 5 minus 7, and then 5 minus 7 is negative 2. So it means that B is negative 2. Therefore, we come back to this. Our A is 7, our B is negative 2, then our Tn is equal to 7n minus 2. Check your answers, pretend. Check your answers. Put 1 here. It's going to be 7 times 1 minus 2, which is 5. Put 2 where there's n. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 minus 2 is 12. Put 3. 7 times 3 is what? 21. 21 minus 2 is 19. You see that our answer is correct? Okay, let me give you 1 minute to write your corrections or your notes. Sorry, it's an example, so it's notes. Let's write our notes for 1 minute, then we continue. Welcome back, returns. Remember WhatsApp line 063-508-1301. Remember, let's engage each other during the lesson. Now we've managed to do A. Let's do B. Now we managed to find that our Tn is equal to 7n minus 2. So now what is the 50th term? We're finding T50, term number 50. So where there's n, we put 50. So you see that even where there's n here, we put 50. Then where there's n here, we put 50. Then you can put this in the calculator. 350 minus 2, that is 348. So it means 348 is term number 50 in this sequence. Term number 50. Okay? Try to write notes as we move together. Right, we're going to see now. We're going to see which term in the number pattern equals to 691. So term Tn is 691. What is n? You see that? So we write our formula. Tn is equal to 7n minus 2. And then if this is 691, then what is n? And then you put that, and then transpose or add 2 on both sides of the equation, becomes 693. And then divide by 7 on both sides, it means n is equal to 99. Meaning that this term, 691, is term number 99. Is term number 99. Okay, now I want you to try this activity that I'm going to give you. It's similar questions. I'm going to give you 5 minutes, then you try those. Let's see. We have these 3 questions. You're given this. Don't worry, it's fractions. And remember to check your answers after. Find the general term for this number pattern. Find the 25th term after doing your A, and then which term is equal to 0. Okay, let's try to do this in 5 minutes. Remember WhatsApp line 063-508-1301. 5 minutes. Right, welcome back, grade 10s. Let's mark our work. We're marking our work now. So determine the general term Tn. Right, what do we do here? We need to find the common difference. It's -1/3. Did you manage to find that? Let's see. If you say 8/3 minus 3/1, we have to multiply this 1 by 3 so that the terms are the same. So it becomes 9/3. So 8/3 minus 9/3. 8 minus 9 is 1, or it's -1 actually. So it's -1/3. Do you see that? The common difference is -1/3. Even if you say this minus this, 7 minus 8 is -1. So you're going to get -1/3. So this is enough to show you that the common difference is -1/3. And then where there's n, where there's a, we're going to put -1/3. And then we're going to use our first term as usual. Just pick the first term. But if you want to use term 2, you can use term 2, but make sure if you're using term 2, then your n is 2. So we're going to use our term 1. We put 3 here. Where there's n, we put 1. Where there's a, we put -1/3. And then we solve for b. Okay? Right, this is -1/3. If we bring it this side, becomes 3 plus 1/3. What do you get? 3/1 plus 1/3 becomes 9/3 plus 1/3, which is 10/3. So it means b is 10/3. And then, therefore, let's write our general term. Tn is equal to -1/3 n plus 10/3. Okay, you can check that. Does term 1 give you 3? Yes, because -1/3 plus 10/3 will be 9/3, which is 3. So you can check your general term. So this is our general term. Let me give you 1 minute to make your corrections. Right, welcome back, grade 10. Let's do the second part. Now we have our general term. Now we want the 25th term. So where there's n, we put 25, T25, and then we just put this in the calculator. What does it give you? You'll find that your term number 25 is -5. Okay, all right, 1 minute to write your notes. Right, welcome back. Let's do the last part, which is C. Which term in the number pattern is equal to 0? So we have our general term, our Tn. So 0 is the term in the sequence. So where there's Tn, we put 0 and solve for n. So what we can do, we can even bring this one this side. Transpose becomes 1 over 3n is equal to 10 over 3. Now the denominators are the same. Just take the numerators. 1n is equal to 10. But even if you want, you can cross multiply. 1n times 3, that is 3n, is equal to 10 times 3, that is 30. Then divide by 3 on both sides of the equation, you get 10. So n is equal to 10, meaning that 0 is term number 10. Okay? Right, 1 minute. You write your corrections, then we move on after that. 1 minute. Welcome back, questions. Let's continue. Right. This is an example. So I'll show you how to do this one. Then after that, I'm going to give you a similar activity. The sequence x plus 1. It means x plus 1 is term number 1. 2x is term number 3. Term number 2. 5x minus 9, that's term number 3. This sequence is linear. Determine the value of x. And then after that, determine an expression for the nth terms, means you're finding the general term here. Let's start by doing A, finding the value of x. So what do we know about the linear number pattern? The first differences are common, a constant. So we find the first difference here, 2x minus x. 2x minus x is x. And then 0, because we don't have a number here, so it's 0 minus 1, which is going to be negative 1. So the difference there is x minus 1, right? And then we have this one, 2x minus 2x. What is it? That is 3x, right? And then negative 9 minus 0. Negative 9 minus 0, that is negative 9. So we have 3x minus 9. We are told that this is linear. So it means the first differences must be the same. It means x minus 1 must be equal to 3x minus 9. So we equate those two. X minus 1 is equal to 3x minus 9. We have created an equation, and then we can solve for x here. Okay? So if we bring transpose x minus 3x, that is negative 2x, and then we bring this on this side, negative 9 plus 1 is negative 8. So if negative 2x is equal to negative 8, divide by negative 2 on both sides of the equation, x is equal to 4. Done. Okay, right, let's have 1 minute to write our notes, then we continue after that. Right, welcome back, greetings. Let's do B. So now determine the expression for the nth term of the sequence. Now we need to find what term 1 is, what term 2 is, what term 3 is. Now we know the value of x. X is equal to 4. So now where there's x, we put 4. So 4 plus 1 is 5. And then here where there's x, we put 2. Where there's x, we put 4. 2 times 4, that is 8. And then here where there's x, we put 4. 5 times 4, that is 20. 20 minus 9, that is 11. So these are the first three terms, 5, 8, and 11. Now we can write them like this and then find the nth term, like what we've been doing all along. So we write our formula. The common difference is a is 3, then tn is equal to an plus b. Where is a, put your 3, that's the common difference. And then we can use our term number 1 to find what? To find b. So where there's tn, put 5, and then where there's n, put 1, and then you solve for b. Like I said, you can choose any. If you choose to use the 11, then where there's n, you put 3. Then b is equal to 2. Therefore, our general term is tn is equal to 3n plus 2. Done. That's what you're supposed to do then. Okay. Now I'm going to give you an activity. While you're writing your corrections, just know that after this, you're going to give an activity which is similar to this. And then you answer all the 4 questions. I want us to go to the next part, which is the activity. So what we do, here is the question. So it's the same thing. 3x minus 1 is term 1. 2x plus 3 is term 2. And 2x minus 1 is term 3. These are the first terms of a linear number pattern. Calculate the value of x. List the first 3 terms of the sequence. Write the formula of the general term. And then find the top term. We have been doing all this. Both of the C and D have been doing that, okay? Right. Let's try to do this in 5 minutes. Right, welcome back, grade 10. Let's do this together. So we have our first term, which is 3x minus 1, and then we have 2x plus 3, and then we have 2x minus 1. Right, now let's find our common differences. 2x minus 3x, what is that? That is negative x. And then 3 minus negative 1. What is 3 minus negative 1? That will be 3 plus 1, which is 4. Same here. 2x minus x, that is 0, isn't it? And then negative 1 minus 3. Negative 1 minus 3, that is negative 4. We're told that this is a linear number pattern. So meaning that negative x plus 4 is equal to negative 4. Okay, you see that? Then subtract 4 from both sides of the equation. Negative x is equal to negative 8. Then we can divide by negative 1 on both sides. X is equal to 8. That's the first part. So they say find the value of x. It means x is equal to 8. Okay? Right. Please try to write your notes as I explain, because I won't have time to give you so that you can write your notes after. As I explain, try to move with me. Okay? Right, that is the value of x. And then the second part of the question, what does it say? B, right, list the first 3 terms of the sequence. So our term 1 is equal to 3x minus 1. Our term 2 is equal to 2x plus 3. Then our term 3 is equal to 2x minus 1. But we managed to find the value of a. Not the value of a, the value of x. We say that x is equal to 8. So it means where there's x, we put 8. So 3 times 8 minus 1. What do we get? 3 times 8 is 24. 24 minus 1 is 23. And then 2 times 8, which is 16, plus 3 is 19. And then 2 times 8, which is 16, then 16 minus 1, which is equal to 15. So these are the first 3 terms, 23, 19, 15. Okay, so these are the first 3 terms. Okay, list the first 3 terms of the sequence. We've answered that. Okay, right, now we need to move to C. What does C say? Right, write the formula for the general term. So our number of the first 3 terms of the sequence, we say is what? 23, 19, 15. Right, we write our formula. Tn is equal to an plus b. And then what is 19 minus 23? 19 minus 23 is negative 4. Ne? And then 15 minus 19, that's negative 4. Meaning that our a is negative 4. Let's use our term number 1, which is 23. So where there's Tn, we put 23. Where there's n, we put 1. So 23 is equal to negative 4 times 1 plus b. Then transpose negative 4 becomes positive 4. So 27 is equal to b. Therefore, Tn is equal to negative 4n plus 27. Can we check if your general term is correct? So where is n, put 1, so negative 4 plus 27 is 23. Negative 4 times 2, which is negative 8 plus 27 is 19. See that? So it means it's correct. Okay? That's what you're supposed to do there. And then the last one, D. The 12th term of the number pattern. We found that Tn is equal to negative 4n plus 27. So now 12th term is T12. Negative 4 times 12 plus 27. And then T12, you can put this whole thing in the calculator. You'll get negative 21. So term number 12 is negative 21, or negative 21 is the 12th term. Okay, so that's what you're supposed to do there, grade 10. I'm going to give you just 2 minutes to try this one. And then after 2 minutes, I'm going to explain. It will be our last activity. I'm going to explain after 2 minutes, and then after that, we'll go to the homework and summarize our lesson. Right, 2 minutes. Can you try to do this one? 2 minutes. Right, welcome back, Cretans. Let's do this together. So if you check here, we're given two pieces of information, or two sets. I wanted to say two sets. Right, so we have the second term, which is 16, and then we have the seventh term, which is 41. Okay, so we're given two sets of information, and we're going to be required to find the value of A and the value of B. So it means what? We need to create two equations and solve them simultaneously. Always check that. When given two sets of information and you're required to find maybe two variables, you will have to create two equations and solve them simultaneously. You cannot solve for two variables using one equation. You need two equations. Okay? Right, let's create equation 1 using this. The second term is 16. Remember, our Tn is equal to An plus B. So if the second term is 16, means that 16 is equal to A times 2, second term, so N is 2 plus B. Let me write it like this. 16 is equal to 2A plus B. And then we name it equation 1. And then we create another equation using this set of information. The seventh term is 41. So 41 is equal to term number 7. So it's 7a plus b. That's equation number 2. Okay, where there's n, you put 7. So a times 7 is just 7 times a. Right, we can isolate b from equation 1 and create equation 3. So from equation 1, we can see that b is equal to 16 minus 2a. Just call this one equation 3. And then you take this and then put it here where there's b here. So it's going to be 41 is equal to 7a plus 16 minus 2a. Okay? Then we can simplify this. So 41 is equal to 7a plus 16 minus 2a. 41 minus 16, that should be 25. 25 is equal to, then 7a minus 2a, that is 5a. Then you can divide both sides by 5, okay, that a is equal to 5. A is equal to 5. You see that? And then we can come back to our equation 3, and then where there's a, we put 5, and then we get b. So b is equal to 16 minus 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10. Then 16 minus 10, that is 6. B is equal to 6. So we have A, we have B. So you can write our general term. Tn is equal to An, so it's 5n. Then B is 6, so plus 6. Done. That's how you find your general term. Right, now I want us to take a short break. And then after our short break, we're going to have our homework. And then after the homework, we'll summarize our lesson. Let's take a break.
The road to success, to becoming a successful student, is through commitment. Commitment to studying, commitment to putting in the extra hours in your books. I know it's not going to be easy. Actually, no one said it will be easy. But if you keep pushing and if you keep believing a little more in yourself, then the results will show in your life. Commit and become.
Right, this is our homework, grade 10. I'm going to give you 1 minute just to copy the homework, 1 minute. And then once you're done, we are going to summarize our lesson. 1 minute. Right, welcome back. Pretend. So we said that in a linear sequence, the first difference is between the terms are constant, and then we said that our Tn is equal to An plus B, where Tn is the term in the sequence, and then A is the constant difference, then N is the term number, and B is a constant. Remember that, grade 10. Thank you very much for joining us in this lesson. We're going to meet next week. Next week, we're going to just revise. We're going to revise the tangent function. We're going to use past examination questions on about the tangent function, interpretation of the tangent function. Okay, and then thereafter, we're going to look also at the midpoint theorem. Let's meet next week, grade 10s, at 9 a.m. on Thursday. Goodbye.